Hello guys, as promised on my Instagram story, I'm going to do a bit of a Pokemon Go review. If you're not here for this content, you only want the interviews, then fair enough, but there ain't going to be an interview here. So yeah, stay tuned for more interviews. Anyway, so my honest opinion on the Vivillon, whatever it is, Vivillon Pokemon Go update that's just come out. I think it came out on Sunday. So today is, let me check. It's very close to Christmas. There's this weird moment where everything's in between. So today is Wednesday the 21st of December. So this is proper bougie, but I've got a reason behind it and I don't know if it will actually work. So let me just backtrack quickly. So I am currently recording on my phone, which is a OnePlus Nord. I got rid of my OnePlus 6, which is to the right of me right now, charging somehow. So I'm not rich, basically. So I wanted to try and give you some visual aid for this video. I wanted to show you my Pokemon account whilst filming, but obviously I'm filming on my phone. So I bought out my phone, which very, very rarely charges, which is why I had to buy this phone that you're watching this on. So it's a OnePlus 6. So yeah, the idea that I'm rich is not true. I don't have two phones on me all the time. The app's just updating on the phone, the OnePlus 6, so I don't know if I'll be able to show you because it's been pending for about 3 minutes. So it's got a massive update. Anyway, 2 minutes in. Jesus Christ, Ben, shut up. Right, so Pokemon Go, close to my heart. Been playing it since day zero. July 2016 I've been playing it since. I think I actually downloaded an APK before it was on the Play Store. I was that desperate for it. Oh, it is charging, that's good. So yeah, I love Pokemon Go. I've mentioned it on the podcast several times. I've also interviewed a few Pokemon Go people, so that's why this is going up on the podcast page rather than my personal YouTube channel, which is dead. Don't bother. Just don't bother. So yeah, Vivillon. So I think this is one of the best updates that's ever come out on Pokemon Go. The reason I think it's so good is because it brings everyone together. And it also shows people how far away people are at the same time as playing the game. We're all playing the same game. So essentially, what Vivillon is a butterfly Pokemon in Pokemon Go. It has 18 different patterns. So I don't know all of the patterns off the top of my head, but I do know the places. So you've got places like Taiwan, Australia, Canada, Greenland, Italy, France, Germany, the UK, New Zealand, Australia, Kenya, South Africa. It's basically a map of the whole world, and on Pokemon's app it actually shows you where the butterflies are in that region. And the only way you can get those butterflies is by accepting gifts from people from that region. So initially, when Pokemon Go first came out, there was Pokemon like Tauros, Farfetch'd, Heracross, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime was ours, Corsola from the Great Barrier Reef. And there was all of these Pokemon, and the aim of the game when the game first came out was to go get them. Vivillon as well was also a Tauros kind of Pokemon. Asia had Farfetch'd, which makes sense. So there were two ways to get these Pokemon, which this Vivillon thing has completely negated, and I flipping love it so much. So the way you got those Pokemon, the regional Pokemon from Beyond Sunday, was you either went to the place and you caught a ton of them, or you waited for Go Fests, for Safari Zones, or even, if you fancied it, hop on a plane. Obviously, you can hop on a plane whenever you want, but might not be a high concentration of players. I'll get onto that in a minute as well. Some people go for community days, especially if it's a whole weekend of community days. Like if it's an Eevee community day, it will usually be for 2 days. So I've been to 2 safari zones and 1 Go Fest, and there's a thing there called the Trading Outpost, and it is unbelievable. However, something that's always plagued Pokemon Go is the ability to special trade. Most days you can only special trade 1 Pokemon. So a special trade is either a Pokemon that you've never caught before, like a Farfetch, because you just don't have access to it in your region, a legendary Pokemon, or a shiny Pokemon. I'm assuming if you're watching this far in, you probably know what a shiny Pokemon is. So let's just get that out of the way. Bing! Sorry, my car just turned my lights off. So anyway, back to it. So Pokemon Go has always been a game that's encouraged you to go travelling. Vivillon encourages people to send gifts. So before Vivillon, there's Scatterbug, Spupa. These are just generic caterpillar, cocoon Pokemon. They look cool though, they got confetti and stuff coming out of them, they're really cool. And you get a Scatterbug when you pin a gift from a certain region on the Earth. I am from the UK, so I get the Garden region Scatterbug. If you're also from New Zealand, you get the Garden region. I'm in the minority, which is actually quite nice for once. There are 2 places on planet Earth that you can get the Garden region Scatterbug. The UK and New Zealand. So if anyone is watching this, if they want to drop their friend code on Pokemon Go down below and say what region you're from, or what, like tundra, icy snow, river, continental, elegant, I think is one of them. There's so many, man. Sun. It just keeps going, basically. There's 18, like I say, I'm not just going to rattle them all off now. My personal favourites are River and Elegant. And Modern. Modern looks sick. Love that. So, essentially, this has turned into this massive scavenger hunt of awesomeness, where people are now actually opening their gifts on Pokemon Go, because that's always been a real, like, can you please open your gift? So opening gifts builds friendship with your fellow trainers. You add people, you send them gifts, they send you gifts back, which is really important. So going back to pre-Vivillon, you would go on holiday and you would stockpile like 28 Carnivine, 28 Maracas, whatever they're called, Siligif, which I still don't have. And you would come back to the place that you were going on holiday from. When you come back from holiday, you would reach out to people on Discord or Facebook Messenger if you knew them personally and all that sort of stuff. You would try and coordinate trades. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. People do not drop stuff for Pokemon. They do not meet you in a car park. They used to in 2016, 2017, 2018 a little bit. Nowadays, it's kind of just Pokemon Go just kind of exists, if that makes sense. I don't know. So people kind of just put it off, low priority. And they meet up on community days. Sometimes I can't get to community days for various reasons, life, etc. I'm, away, all that sort of stuff. So I would say to people, look guys, I'm going to stockpile a ton of Carnivine. Does anyone want any? Some people as well from Weymouth, they like female and male versions of those Pokemon, which is completely fine. So I try to catch 15 of each, and then I come back from holiday, and I'm like, hey Paul, hey Alex, hey Gareth, blah blah blah. Busy. Okay. So basically what I'm getting at, the reason I'm talking about this, is Vivillon takes that out. As long as people are opening their gifts and sending gifts back from their region, you're good. Eventually, you will get your 18 Vivillon. But one of the bottlenecks of this challenge, and it would essentially cost you nearly 2,000 rare candy or 2,000 Scatterbug candy, is every single evolution to the final form pattern Vivillon is 124 candy each. So to get Scatterbug to Spooper, you need 25 candy, which is relatively easy to do because when you catch Scatterbug, you use a pineapple berry. You can also Mega Evolve things like Beedrill and Scizor because they're bug type, so you get 8 candy rather than 6. I hope that you know what I'm on about at this stage. So you can start, you know, evolving stuff. At the end of it, though, unless you're a crazy YouTuber that's got like 4,000 rare candy just stashed, which is mental, you're going to have to keep doing this for probably 6 months, I reckon. Because some of these regions are so hard to get gifts from. There's a couple, I think Modern and Elegant, and Jungle, maybe. There's one region on Earth of each of those ones that I've just mentioned. Marine seems quite common. There's not many others though. River a little bit as well. Icy Snow seems to be the top part of the world, as you can probably imagine. It's quite cold up there. So yeah, I love this update, and I think that Niantic, they've absolutely smashed this. I'm really, really happy with this update. I have played Pokemon Go more in the last 4 days than I've probably played since July when I came back from Go Fest at Berlin. Absolutely fantastic update. Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I'll put my friend code in the description. I hope that we can all complete this together. Because there's a real sense of like, a lot of people on Pokemon Go to do stuff, they'd like make fake accounts, they'd go around, they'd put Pokemon in gyms, they'd come back in like an hour and they'd kick themselves out of gyms and they'd get a load of coins and they'd exploit the system and stuff like that. This feels so genuine and so cool and so like, oh my god, you've got Icy Snow, I've got Garden. And the Facebook groups are popping off. There's like 3,000 comments in some of those pictures. And I just think it's a really, really good update. And I just want to share a bit of positivity because it's not quite how the world is at the moment. And I'm used to sort of turning my camera on if I'm not interviewing people. I'm used to turning my camera on and being like, some woman at Tesco's cut me up. Or, I was at Asda the other day and someone smashed me in the face of a trolley. And I'm so done with all that sort of content now where I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy my life. And yeah, so thumbs up to Niantic. I am not being paid to say this, by the way. I'm not even really an influencer, to be honest. Not yet. So yeah, this is 100% unbiased. But I am so happy with this update. I think this is a really, really well thought out update. One of the only things that I will remind people to do if they've come this far, 13 minutes in, is clear out your postcard book, because that is a constant thing for me. I can't believe that this Pokemon Go app is still updating, but I'm absolutely terrified to touch it because it's charging. Let's do it. Let's do it. So this is the state of Pokemon Go at the moment. That light there means it's charging. And 12%. Let's go. No, it's still charging. Sometimes it plays really nicely, this phone. And sometimes it just doesn't charge. And I just couldn't live like that, so I had to get this new phone. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I'll put my friend code down below. If you want to put your friend codes in the comments, I'll add you. I'll send you gifts as much as I can. I can't guarantee I'll do it daily because I'm quite busy, but I will try my best. And let me know what region you're from. Let me know what trainer name you have. And yeah, fantastic update, Vivillon. Thanks for watching. And feel free to like and subscribe if you want. Completely up to you. I'm not your mum, but it massively helped me out and it's completely free. Cheers, guys. Speak to you soon. Keep it bedlam.